जय गुरु जी महाराज, जय गुरु जी साथ संगत जी। शुक्राना गुरु जी महाराज का मल्टीलिंगुअल जूम प्लेटफॉर्म की तरफ से समस्त गुरु परिवार का बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। आज एक बार फिर हम सब इकट्ठे हुए हैं रिस्पेक्टेड कमलेश मेहता आंटी जी की पुस्तक द फ्लावर ऑफ ग्रेटिट्यूड की रीडिंग और नरेशन गुरुजी महाराज के आगे से करवाने के लिए। गुरुजी, इट इज ओनली हिम हु इज इंस्पायरिंग एंड मोटिवेटिंग एवरीवन अमंग अस। मैं ज्यादा ना समय लेते हुए प्रेरणा महाजन आंटी को रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा टू अनम्यूट हरसेल्फ एंड वेलकम Rajneesh uncle ji and Kamlesh aunty ji and initiate the sessions. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji. Anantam Shukrana Guruji Maharaj. Sangat ji, with the immense blessings of Guruji Maharaj, we have initiated the reading of Flower of Gratitude, written by Guruji's blessed Sangat, Kamlesh Mehta aunty ji. Today is the third session of the reading. We thank Kamlesh aunty for writing this divine, soul-touching book and sharing her journey with Guruji Maharaj. Today, we have Rajneesh uncle ji who will be reading and narrating pages 13 to 15 of the book from the chapter My Journey with Guruji. I invite Rajneesh uncle for the reading of the chapter. Over to you, uncle.
Jai Guruji. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Par Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Guruji को कोटि कोटि प्रणाम। गुरुजी की प्यारी प्यारी संगत को जय गुरुजी। Thanks Kamlesh aunty and Suresh uncle to have thought about me to be a part of the multilingual flowers group. Thanks once again to Kamlesh aunty and Suresh uncle. From the book, The Flowers of Gratitude, we have already covered chapters about Guruji Maharaj, the prayer and the meaning of prayer, that every positive thought is a silent prayer that will change your life. And then we have learned about Guruji, the creator, Guruji, the Mahashiv, the Guruji, the hands that made the stars are holding our hearts. Shukrana Guruji Maharaj to have given an opportunity to reiterate one of the experiences shared by Kamlesh aunty in the chapter My Journey with My Divine Gurudev Ji Maharaj from the book The Flowers of Gratitude, penned down by Kamlesh Mehta aunty. Since we are on the chapter about journey with Guruji Maharaj, in short, I would like to tell about my journey with Guruji Maharaj, which started in the year 2014, when my father, aged 79 then, had to go for an open heart surgery with a subsequent surgery for planting a pacemaker in a short span of 10 days' time. Before the surgery, we were told about the risk factor of his survival, and the doctors advised us to go for second opinion. Sangaji, we were given the sets of the reports to be shown to other doctors. We were running from pillar to post, from one doctor to another, third one, fourth one, fifth one. We finally landed in Medanta Hospital in Gurgaon, where we met the head of the cardio department. He was a surgeon. We narrated him about the activities of my father, and the reports were shown to him. After hearing us and seeing the reports, doctor said, "Go ahead, everything will be all right." Sangaji, we decided to go ahead as advised by the Medanta Hospital doctor for this surgery. In the meantime, I would also like to mention that my sister auntie is a follower of Guruji Maharaj and has been visiting Bade Mandir regularly. One day, she fetched Jal Prasad from Bade Mandir and started giving it to my father. With the strength of the Jal Prasad and the grace of Guruji Maharaj, surgeries were successful. Little later, I also started going to Bade Mandir, and I realized that it was our Guruji sitting in place of the doctor, uttering the words, "Everything is going to be all right." This was the time when I began to have full faith in His Highness, and my journey continues from then onwards. Just before I start reading, I wish to say a few words that many of us have not met Guruji Maharaj personally while he was in his chola. With the experiences shared by Kamlesh Mehta auntie, we learn to have dedication and patience to connect directly with Guruji Maharaj to feel his presence. Sangaji, let us all come together and get connected with Guruji Maharaj and feel his presence while reading the chapter, My Journey with my Divine Gurudev Ji Maharaj, from the book, The Flowers of Gratitude. Now, this chapter is all about the journey with Gurudev Ji Maharaj. How I met my beloved Guruji Maharaj. The spiritual master is the mercy representative of the Lord. This line has been taken from Srimad Bhagavatam. As everyone has problem in life, so did I have. One day, I mentioned my problem to one of my friend who was my neighbor. She suggested that, don't worry, there is a Guruji in Jalandhar who solves everyone's problems. So I decided that I will go and see him and find the solution to my problems. My friend's maternal home was in Jalandhar, so it was easy for us to put up in Jalandhar. The day came when I had to meet my destined Guruji Maharaj. It was a Sunday. We reached there at 10 a.m. In the vicinity, soft Shivji's bhajans were playing. Shivji pictures and statue were beautifully lit, and it was a very pious environment. The vibes were very different, and the environment had wishes and blessings spread all around. All of a sudden, whispering began around me that Guruji has come. Guruji has come. I looked around to see where Guruji was. I couldn't see the Guruji anywhere. To my surprise, a young boy in his early 30s came and sat on a wooden chair. He was our Guruji. I couldn't believe such a young boy could be the Guru, could be the Guruji. Since I couldn't believe it, so I again asked my friend if he is the Guru. She stopped me from asking this question as everyone looked at us. Sangaji, on the next page, we see a divine darshan. We get the divine darshan of our Guruji Maharaj with a beautiful smile on his face and showering his immense blessings on every one of us. Further continuing the reading, what Kamlesh Auntie ji is writing is that he was a handsome, fair, and tall man in a brown safari suit. His aura was very attractive. One could be glued to him. I looked at him with my eyes wide open. thinking and looking at him in awe. At that very moment, I couldn't feel that, yes, he is my Guru. I was sure that I have found a Guru. As I was thinking this, a voice said, कमलेश, तू की सोचनी है? मैं गुरु लभ्या? नहीं, तू नहीं, मैं तेनू लभ्या. Sangaji, you must understand that we don't find a Guru. He finds you. He makes a connection. We do not have the aukat to do that. That is how I got connected to my Guruji in the year 1984. The old saying proved to be right that day when I found my Guruji Maharaj. The concluding line is, when the student is ready, the Guru appears. Jai Guruji Sangatji. A little what I understand from the chapter is that everyone has a problem in life is very true. One may have materialistic problems, one may have financial problem, one may have spouse related problem, or any other problem that a person may come across. And to get rid of these problems, we look for someone who could really help us to get away from these problems. We have various modes to get away with these problems, and we start speaking to people to get a solution. Someone may send you somewhere or the other, and a true person will always send to a person who is truly doing the things. That is our Guruji Maharaj. As in this case, Kamlesh Aunty ji had visited Guruji Maharaj to find a solution to her problems. Now, a true Guru is the one to whom you do not have to explain your problems. It is the true Guru that will definitely know about oneself and the person who has come to him. He will have his past, current, and future life, and he will give you a solution which will always be in favor of you. So Sangatji, our Guruji Maharaj is a true Guru for us, who will always look for our benefits, our well-wishing, our everything. And Sangatji, generally, we cannot find a Guru. It is the Guru who finds us. Why? Because he knows our conditions. He knows better for us. He knows what to do, when to do, how to do. That is, our Guruji Maharaj always is of that nature. So Sangatji, this is a small explanation I can give about this group and this chapter. I would ask Kamlesh Aunty to please take over and take the session further, please. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji. Guruji ko koti koti pranam. Our Sangat, who's listening to me, is also a koti koti pranam to all of them. Guru is a teacher, a spiritual teacher. As we have grown up we have studied mathematics and all other subjects. We had a teacher who took us through and taught us what was in the syllabus. And what we are today is because of our teachers in this school, college, everywhere. Your first teacher in your life is your mother, who teaches you that she is your first teacher. Guru is a spiritual teacher. He teaches you and holds your hand and takes you far ahead, because there is life after death. That is there when your spiritual teacher, Guru, takes you through those rough waters. It is he who knows everything. Because when our teacher teaches you A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and all this, when we are born in this life, we learn from, we get to KG to whatever MBAs and all sorts of things we do. But that ends in this birth only. But a spiritual teacher is the graph is always going up and up, up and up, because the spiritual graph is not of this birth. It is from the past lives which you have spent. The graph never ends here, but the graph goes up and up in every life we are taken. So this is how your spiritual teacher teaches you, and he takes you through the hard waters. All saints have praised the grace and the greatness of their masters, because only with the grace of the master they have been able to gain spirituality, because only the Guru transforms a very ordinary human being, because by his grace, and he gets him to the path of the spirituality and gets him to progress on the path. And the extent of the grace that he extends to that person is without any faults. Kabirji here says, if I make a paper of all the continents and I make the ink of all the seas, all the 7 seas, and I take all the forests and make a pen of that, and I start writing about the greatness of my Guru, I will not be able to write enough. All these things will be extinguished by the time I write about the greatness of my Guru. He says, the Guru is better than the philosopher's stone. The philosopher's stone has the capacity of converting any iron into the gold and increasing the value of that iron. But the master has the capability of making an ordinary person into a master, because one can value gold. He can put the value to the extent of the quality of the gold that can be converted. But the value of the philosopher's stone is priceless. We cannot ever quantify the value, so that way we can get a truckload of iron and touch it and convert the whole truck and all the load into the gold. And like that, we can do it several times. All of that can be quantified, but the value of the stone cannot be quantified. But better than that, it is the master who transforms, the Guru who transforms a very ordinary human being. We are all malignant, so that malignant human being, when he comes and surrenders to the feet of the Guru, and his mind and his body, the master extends his grace to the person. This is why the grace extended by the master is limitless, and we cannot even ever quantify the extent of the grace and that of the master's extent to us. That is why all the masters always praise their masters. So therefore, it is incumbent on us to follow his teachings and do that Simran and Shabads that has been told to us, so that we also reduce the burden of the karmas and become easier for him to take us back also. You should have one wish, one aspiration, and that aspiration should be to pursue the Naam. Kabirji says, in this happiness, in that happiness, or in that contentment, we are forgetting Simran, and we are forgetting the Almighty. Then let the stone and the boulders fall on such a happiness and such contentment. Here again, Kabirji says, the Simran that has been given to us of very high value. And if we do that Simran for 1 hour every day, we are connected with our Guruji. Then a lot of impediments, a lot of difficulty that we are likely to face because of our karmas are automatically absorbed by the grace of the Guru. And that helps us. So doing Simran, we are able to reduce the burden of karmas. As a result, at the time of death, when we are leaving this body, we do not have to suffer much. The Simran that has been given to us is of a high order. And there we do Simran, even the place gets purified. As that place, there are no bad influences, no mystical powers also work on that. Neither do the angels of the dead come to disturb you. Neither does the Kal come, and neither does the Mahal come. Only the Guru comes at the time of death of that sevak. So even if we are connected a little with Simran, then the Guru showers their grace. They are gracious. They come at the time of death to take us. Therefore, we should try to do Simran regularly, and by that we are able to gradually reduce the burden of karmas, and at the time of the death also it becomes easier for the Guru to take us. If you have to take something, take Satnam. If you have to give something, then you can donate food to someone, because by doing so, you will get the satisfaction of that selfless donation that you are doing. The Simran, what your Guru has taught you, helps you to stir through this ocean of life and death. It helps you to stir through this life and takes you back to God Almighty. And if you want to stay afloat here, you have to be generous and you have to be selfless. So that will keep you afloat. And if you want to drown in this ocean of life and death, then it will become because of your ego. If you have ego, that will be the cause of your drowning. As if you are selfless, you are generous. That will be the cause for you to stay afloat. Because we are imprisoned in the maze of the world, Guruji tries to get us out. It explains how to free ourselves from the strong pressure of the senses and the sense organs, how to separate the mind from these. And last but not the least, how we can undo the knot that binds the spirit to the mind. The Guru adopts a practical approach to the problem. And his method consists in inversion through self-analysis, demonstrating in the scientific way how this can be achieved. Like the teacher and with the mastery of the science, Guru takes us to the laboratory of the mind and shows us how this can be done, seeing in the basis of all the belief and requires no discussion. He intensely wishes us to become saints like him. There is an enormous difference between a philosopher's stone and a saint. The first can transform base metals into pure gold, but while the Guru molds us into the mold. So this is how your Guru is and how he transforms you. The problems are there. They will not go. But he makes you so strong. He makes you to wear an armor, and the problems come and strike you, but they won't hurt you. They won't let you know what it is, and they go back. Guruji makes you strong enough to bear the problems. That is why we people require a spiritual teacher, a Guru to take you through. Guruji also, even I had problems, but Guruji took me through the rough patch of my life. And he never let us have it at all. Guruji कहने ना 90% में आप ले लेना सिर्फ 10% वस्तु भी तुसी तैयार नहीं होने. And he makes you ready for that 10% to become, to take that thing. It is only your Guru helps you. Okay, then Guru नाम जहाज है चढ़े से उतरे पार जो श्रद्धा कर सेव दे पार तारा. अगर हम गुरु जी के नाम पे जहाज पे चढ़ गए हैं तो हम वो ही पार लगा दें. संगत जी, so have faith in that way. Love him. In the beginning, when you meet a guru, it is you love him. Yeah, it is you love him. This, he will not love you, but you love him. Because this love, this ishq, कब मोहब्बत में बदल जाती है, you will not know. Because all the time when you are loving your Guru, looking up to him, doing his, walking on the paths of what he has told you, and when you come up to that standard, he starts loving you. Kyunki first is ishq. Ishq na puche teen dharam no, ishq na puche jata. So ishq is what? Loving your Guru. And when he starts loving you, फिर वो कब आपका मुर्शिद बन जाता है, कब आपका दीन बन जाता है, कब आपका सब कुछ बन जाता है, पता ही नहीं चलता. By the time you realize it, you don't know, because you're deep into his love, deep into him, because beyond, he's like a horizon. Beyond horizon, you cannot see anything. And you love him till the infinity, which has no ends. And there is nothing that can stop you from anything. Love your Guru. If we love our Guru, we have to love his Sangat first. हर संगत में आपको गुरु दिखना चाहिए. हर संगत के चेहरे में कुछ नहीं नजरना चाहिए. उस संगत जिसको आप देख रहे हो, उसकी कमियां दुमियां मत ढूंढो. You look into that sangat, and he's your Guru. If you love your sangat, Guru sangat, and the Guru will love you. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji. Pretend, please continue.
Jai Guruji, Anantam Shukrana Guruji Maharaj. Thank you so much, Kamlesh Aunty. Every time we hear you, all the sessions, we have something new. Something new is there to learn from all your teachings. Like from today's session, very, very nicely told about Simran. Simran that has been given to us is of high value or order. And 1 hour of Simran daily connects us with our Guru. And definitely it takes us to the very first chapter also, in which we discussed about the importance of prayers. These prayers really, whatever we are going through in our lives, whatever difficulties we are going through in our lives. And definitely everybody will connect with this, because something or the other we are going through, some problem or the other. And the power of prayer is so much. Once you sit for prayers, the strength, even though you are having turmoil outside, but the strength which you gain from inside is definitely going to make us move on. The difficulties are not going to end, but definitely the prayers are going to give us the strength which help us in moving on. We don't have to sit over there and just think about that problem, because problems are not going to end. We need to get a solution for that. And for that, yes, we need to do regular prayers. Guru is going to hold our hands. The strength he is going to give us through those prayers, through that Simran. Definitely, problems will be there. They will remain. But we need our Guruji's hands. He holds our hands and makes us strong to take us through our journey of life. We need to have faith in the divine. We need to love him. Definitely, it is during our testing times. Our faith is also tested. How much we believe in our Guru. Indeed, Auntie, we are blessed and fortunate to have you with us to share all your insights related to this chapter, related to your path, which you followed, path of spirituality, and your words of wisdom, and enlightening us to move on to the path of spirituality, holding on to the hands of Guruji and progressing in the right direction. Thank you so much, Kamlesh Auntie.
Thank you, dear.
Jai Guruji. Jai Guruji, Rajneesh Uncle.
Jai Guruji, Uncle. Jai Guruji.
A blissful recitation and narration has been witnessed by the Guru Parivar today. And Kamlesh Mehta Auntie, today I got new vocabulary from you today. Spiritual graph. This is a very new word for me today. Indeed, Guru Parivar is indebted to you. We have learned about the spiritual graph, how in our lifetime, in the next life, this graph grows and grows. Spiritual graph. So, besides this love aspects, the bonding, this divine affinity with our Guruji Maharaj, this was helpful for Guru Parivar to understand. Jai Guruji, thanks a lot, Kamlesh Mehta Auntie. Thanks a lot, Rajneesh Uncle. Thanks a lot, Prema Auntie, for your effective and impactful coordination. Jai Guruji Maharaj. Prema Auntie, we may ask Guru Sangat for any questions if someone has any.
Yes, Uncle. So I would request the Sangat to please raise your hands, raise your digital hands so that we can call you out. Please, if you have any queries or anything you would like to discuss related to this chapter. Uncle, are we able to see the hands? Yes, we have Seema Auntie.
Jai Guruji Uncle, can you hear me?
Yes, Auntie, you're audible.
Jai Guruji Kamlesh Auntie, it's a pleasure to hear from you. And आपने साथ संगत का बोला, so I want to thank you because all old Sangat is instrumental in our journey with Guruji, and you are our teachers, his torch bearers, And as you said, Sangat, so I would just say 2 lines. Saat Sangat mil bole Hari Bani, Saat Sangat dikhe Prabhu nede, Saat Sangat janiye Sachkhand. So while living on this earth, हमको आप लोगों से सबसे ये गुरु जी की डिविनिटी नजर आ रही है. साथ संगत दुश्मन सब मीत. So thank you auntie very much, and you used lot of Kabir explanation. So I'm also very influenced by Kabir Bani, because Guruji se judne ke baad my life has changed, and I have deeply connected to Kabir Bani, Ravidas Bani, and other gurus. So आपने अभी इंग्लिश में बोला, तो can I say the same lines in Hindi? सब धरती कागज करो, लिखनी सब बन रहा है, सात समुंदर की मसी करो, गुरु गुण लिखा ना जाए. And we are so blessed that even gods have not been able to find a guru like him. And there is, Kabir ji says, Joi khojat Brahma thake, Surnar Muni Dev, kahe Kabir sun sadva, kar Sadguru ki sev. And I have realized that when you connect to Guruji, you have to become a child. You have to, जैसे कहते हैं मूरख के हम दास, and गुरुजी कहते हैं कि आप मेरे पास आओ और फिर देखो आप एक मूरख बन के, एक बच्चा बन के आओगे. So कबीर जी says, कहे कबीर तजी भरम को नन्ना होकर पी. So you become a child, and like child जैसे माँ का दूध पीता है, तजी अहम गुरु चरण गहू जमसो बाचे जीव. This is, auntie, he is the ultimate guru, I have realized. And Guruji gave me darshan of Kabir ji, and last week I went to Kabir house in Banaras. So nothing is coincidence in this domain. Hamare Guruji is fully practical guru, and वो सब करके दिखाते हैं, साक्षात करके दिखाते हैं. सिर्फ आपको अपने मन और बुद्धि को खोलना है. You have to take out all your negative thoughts from your mind, and he will sit in your mind and in your heart. This is, I feel, कि Guruji के साथ ये जो connection है, and and this divinity उन्होंने हमको चुना है. So how blessed we are. So thank you auntie very much, because मेरी journey सिर्फ सत्संग सुनने से बनी है, and I started joining all the dots of my life and experiences, and I realized that Guruji was there in my life even when I was a child. So thank you Guruji का लाख लाख शुक्राना. और आपने जैसे ये love कहा था, I feel this is ras, irresistible love for our Guru, and we जैसे एक magnet की तरह, चुंबक की तरह हम Guruji के साथ अब 24/7 we are attached to him. So thank you auntie very much. And I will also be one of the readers in few weeks time, and I look forward to doing my reading of your book. Thank you auntie very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji. Over to you auntie. Guruji Maharaj se agya. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji Sangatji, I would like to say something.
Please uncle.
Yeah, uncle. Shukrana Guruji Maharaj to have knitted such a wonderful parivar all over the world without anybody knowing any relation, direct, indirect, to one another. And the words that connect to each one of us is Jai Guruji. That is only the sentence, or that is only the line that connects each one of us with one another. Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji, Anantam Shukrana. Sangatji, you can unmute yourself and take answer.
Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji, Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji, Agnya Guruji.
Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji,
Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji, Agya Guruji, Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji, Jai Guruji.
Jai Guruji, Shukrana Guruji, Agya Guruji.
Jai Guruji.